Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We Are Wrestling podcast. I am your host, Viral Viper.
And I'm the Renegade Enigma.
Yes. So we are back with another podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, Renegade, how are you?
I'm better than last week. Yeah. How about you?
I'm fine, but you're better than last week. Then you must be Phil Brooks, because there's only one person who can get better in a week and run the whole show.
No, but his wheels fell off like halfway through. Like my wheels never worked to begin with. So.
So why don't we get into AEW? Because it's spicy.
Yes, it is.
Oh God, it's so much juice. This is, like I've said before, the inverse has happened and it's not going away. It's getting worse and worse. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah. So the AEW show started out with Jon Moxley coming out and talking shit. He talked shit and he said, "Hey man, I'm the champion. Nobody can beat me. I beat the shit out of CM Punk. It ain't nothing that he could do. He's a little bitch. And you know what? I need a challenger for the pay-per-view." So he throws down a fucking open contract. And everybody immediately expects, oh, it's going to be MJF that runs out or CM Punk is going to run out. So the contract just sits there. Just fucking sits there. And some dude runs out. We're going to tell you to do this. But some dude runs out and grabs the contract.
I'm glad you worded it that way, too, because that's the way I felt.
Yeah, because, like, okay, so they say it's Ace Steel. First off, I haven't seen Ace Steel in like a gazillion years. That's true. Like, I have not seen him in a gazillion years. And he's been working as a producer backstage in AEW for a long time. Now, mind you, once again, I said I haven't seen Ace Steel in a long time. So I don't know what Ace Steel evolved into and what he looks like now. So when he walks out, I just was like, oh, that's one of the producer guys from AEW. And they go, oh, that's Ace Steel. What the fuck? Is not Ace Steel? They're like, yeah, it's Ace Steel. Like, he's good friends with CM Punk. And I'm like, oh, that's how this thing works. It fucked me up.
Yeah, I thought it was QT Marshall, to be honest.
See? Like, that's how bad Ace Steel looks. Like, he doesn't even look like his normal self. And if anybody's wondering, Ace Steel used to be a wrestler back in the day, back in TNA and other places. So, like, we've seen him multiple times. It's just like we totally forgot what he looks like because he hasn't wrestled in a long time.
Yeah.
And, like, something they said later on kind of shocked me about Ace Steel. I was like, what? Like, that's not true. Like, and then, like, I looked up and found out it was true, but, like, I'm going to get into that because, like, if you remember when Punk started out in TNA, him and Ace Steel used to team up, and it was like, what the fuck? Like, and they didn't look too far apart, but, like, later on I'll explain why that was a thing, but I'm like, huh? So then we get to the backstage segment, and it's Jericho. Jericho meets Daniel Garcia, and he says, what are you doing here? Daniel apologizes. He's like, man, I'm sorry. I do want to be part of the Jerk-Off Society. And he says, you can beat Daniel Bryan. You can beat him. You can beat the shit out of him. But you don't need to use a chair. You don't need to use any gimmicks. You don't need to use anything crazy. It's like, you could just beat him. 1, 2, 3. And Jericho says, yeah, that's on Sunday. But tonight, all's fair in wrestling and romance. Which is like a shout out to War, which is wrestling and romance in Japan where Jericho used to wrestle. And it's like, okay, that was a cute little shout out. But everybody knew, like, as soon as he said that, was like, oh, we know exactly what the fuck's about to happen. He's gonna do some shit.
Obviously.
So then we have the first match. Bryan Danielson versus Jake Hager. What was your thoughts on this?
Why?
I wasn't so much of a why. It's just like, there's no need for this. Like, there's no need for none of this. Like, Jake Hager has like thrown himself into this whole entire feud for no reason. And there was nothing that, like, no one said, hey, we should not do this. It's just like, it's not needed. Like, I look at him as like a failure.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, he's a bigger failure because, like, it's not like he was great to begin with. He's a former world champion, fine, but how many people actually remember it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and the funny part is, like, he beat Jericho for the title.
Yeah, how about that?
And it's just so weird, and people are just like, oh, like, yeah, he's so good and great, and it's like, no, he's just average. He's just an average fucking dude.
I wouldn't even give him that. I'd give him a point.
Like, I'm being generous. Generous.
Yeah.
So, Bryan beats Hager, and then 2.0 show up, and they run down to the ring, and then Cesaro and Yuta come down, and they're like, nah, man, we're gonna make sure y'all don't fuck with Bryan. And then Jericho runs down to the ring with a chair, and he's waiting for Bryan to get up. He's like, come on. And soon as he does that, of course, Daniel Garcia runs right out, grabs the chair, was like, hey, man, you don't need to do that. Jericho turned around and got psycho kneed. So, I'm going to put this to you before I tell you what I think is going on.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen with Daniel Garcia and the whole Jericho Bryan Danielson thing? What do you think is going to happen?
I think this is all a swerve. Like, it looked like he's going to join, quote unquote, wrestling. He's going to stay a sportsman champion.
That's what a lot of people have been saying. Like, no one has actually bit on, oh my God, he's actually going to go with Bryan and them. Everybody 100% has been saying, oh, it's going to be a swerve. It's going to be a swerve. I'm actually in the camp of, this is actually happening.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm saying this is actually happening is because of foreshadow. Because not only was he already picked from the very beginning to be part of the team,
What?
like, all of this other stuff kept happening where he just kept saying wrestler, and like when people were chanting wrestler, he got a tear in his eye, and it like kind of shocked him. Like, for him to go with Jericho would shock me, because like, to me it feels like this is just a culmination of the whole story of he fell in with the wrong group, but now he finally has his head on right and he's back.
That's the way it could be, yeah. But every now and with Jericho, let's do storylines with him.
That's true. Because Jericho is just like a total ass.
Yeah.
So then we get the wingmen. They're out there and they want to say stuff because they want to be on TV. And then out of nowhere, here comes W. Morrissey.
Forgot he worked there.
Dude, like, how did you feel when he showed up?
Who the fuck? Oh, okay, it's you.
Wow. Like, to me, it was just like, I had heard, well, not heard, someone had put out, hey, WWE should sign Morrissey. And I was like, oh, wow, that he's probably going to go back to WWE. And like, that was kind of like, and then like he shows up in AEW and it's like, oh, that's an actual welcomed addition. Good for them.
Yeah.
So he beats the shit out of everybody. And then Stokely comes out and Stokely's like, yo, here's my card. And Tony Schiavone's like, I want to know what the fuck is going on with this shit. So Tony goes up and asks Stokely, like, what's going on with the cards? And they're getting a little back and forth, and Stokely pushes Tony, and Morrissey gets right behind Stokely, like, Arr! Like, aha, ha, 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 ha. And then he walks off.
Stokely looked like he was about to fuck him up, though.
He did. Now, here's a segment that has a lot of people talking, but they're talking stupidly, and I'm literally like, how did you not understand this? So, Alex Marvez is in the back. He's interviewing Will, Ospreay, and Ozzy Open. And all of a sudden, Don Callis comes up. And Don Callis starts kissing Ospreay's ass. But then he tells him, Kenny's going to beat your ass. Kenny's going to take you down. And like, he literally just like shits on him in the end. And Ospreay's like, all right, yeah, I'm going to kick his ass. So Callis walks out, and people already online are just like, oh my God, this means that Callis is trying to turn Ospreay heel because, you know, what? And I'm like, no, he's not trying to recruit him on that side, you idiots. This is literally him leaving Kenny Omega. He's setting up to leave Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
And nobody's agreeing with this. They're like, no, it's, you know, like Callis is still a heel and Kenny's a face. And it's like, no, this is not it. I mean, Callis is still a heel, but this whole thing is about Ospreay getting Don Callis to work for him and take him away from Kenny. This is a thing.
I can see that.
Yeah, I don't understand. And like, people are like, no, that's not it. That's not it. I'm like, this is part of a storyline. This is part of a storyline that's going to end, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to end in Tokyo. It's not going to end it's not going to end in America. It's going to end in Tokyo, and it's going to end with Don Callis and Will Ospreay standing tall. And I know people are like, no, that shouldn't be. Once I explain what happens later on, you'll be like, oh, maybe that should be.
Gordon and Callis, it started in Japan anyway. Oh.
Yeah. So then we get a tag team match. The women's tag team match. Hikaru Shida and Toni Storm versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Now, I have to say this because Tony Khan said this out of his own mouth, with his own words, on his own media call. When people asked him, hey, you know how CM Punk dropped the title and he did like an 8-minute press conference thingy and he was out there and he was talking loud. How come it was an 8-second thing when Thunder Rosa dropped the title? He was like, yeah, the women don't draw. Like, I know what needle movers are, but women don't draw. And it's just like, holy shit, you actually said that? And the funny part about it, it was like, I'm not making this shit up. This is literally what he said. I'm like, yeah, she's not a draw. Like, she's not a rating mover. I understand, like, that Punk is a ratings mover. So just to tell her to drop the title for 8 seconds, it's not a thing. It's like, bro, you just shit on the women. And like, we've been saying this before. Everybody else has been saying this. He needs to do something with the women. If he doesn't see them as anything, then it's no hope. It's no hope.
Vince all over again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean by how everything has switched. Like, this isn't me just shitting on him to shit on him. This is something he actually said. And it's like, holy shit. And it's funny how other people picked up on it, was like, yo, this is like a Vinceism. What the fuck is going on? And this is a little crazy here.
Yeah, he was supposed to be deaf. No.
Exactly. So we get a House of Black and a Miro, Sting, and Darby promo. Here's the funny part about this. So this has been going around for the last 2 days that Malachi Black has asked for his release. And people are like, oh, we can't confirm that. We can't confirm that. We don't know. We can't confirm that. So it's been a thing, and we're like, no, it's not real. it's not a thing. So as they're going, we can't confirm that. It all of a sudden also pops up was, wait, Miro asked for his release too. Wait, no, we can't confirm that. And now it's like two unconfirmed rumors of Malachi Black and Miro wanting to leave.
Crazy.
So yeah, like this is like really weird, and like people are like, no, it's not happening. The funny part is Malachi has a 7-year contract. I'm not joking. He has a 7-year contract. His contract does not run out to 2025 or 26. He's here for a long time. I don't know what Miro's contract status is, but both of them, like the rumor is they both asked for their release. And Malachi more than Miro. And the Malachi one, he's like, Malachi quote unquote asked for his release and he was denied. So yeah, like I don't know, like I'm saying, these are rumors. I'm not confirming anything, but these are rumors.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So then CM Punk comes out in Chicago and he's getting ready to cut this promo, and all of a sudden he says something about, he turns to the fan and says, hey, it was like, I've been screwed more times than this fat guy's ever got screwed. Everybody's like, oh, ha, ha. He just cut on that fan. You want to know why he cut on that fan?
What?
Because that fan was yelling something about Colt Cabana.
Oh, that's fucking.
Yeah, it was like, ooh, like that's a sore spot. So Punk is getting into this emotions. He's emotional. He's like, yo, listen. He's like, I failed. I fucked up. Maybe I shouldn't have kicked back too soon. Maybe this. And Punk is going through this whole spill bullshit. Then Ace Steel shows up. And this is something that fucking weirded me out. Because Ace Steel is telling him, this isn't what we talked about, man. And like, I knew exactly what was going on. But the part where Ace Steel was like, remember who the fuck you are. He literally said that on television.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. Just last week, AEW was told from Turner Broadcasting themselves, they said, hey, no more cursing, tone it down, this shit has to stop. And not only did Ace Steel curse, he said the worst curse word out loud and audibly caught. So Ace Steel, he went in the back, he apologized, and he paid the fine. I think the fine was like $25,000 or something like that. It's a very high fine. He paid it, but it's like, dude, they just told you guys behave. The first thing you guys do the next week is, nah, fuck. Come on.
Because he's Jericho last week.
Yes, it's like, it's just really like, they told you guys chill, and the first thing he goes is fuck. It's like this is out of hand. But Ace Steel hypes up Punk. Punk signs a contract, goes in the crowd, and just talks mad shit, and he's back to being CM Punk, evil CM Punk, or whatever you want to call it. How did you feel about this promo?
First of all, he goes in there and he says, "Oh, the doctor says foot is 100%. How the fuck is your foot 100%?"
I don't know.
No, never, like, it's all in his head. That's what he implied. It's like, it's his head. And I guess, Ace Steel kind of like motivated. That
Listen,
is not in your fucking head. You know what I mean? You can't feel that way. I think you said that like last week when he lost the fucking title.
Yes. I don't understand. Like, last week should not have happened if you're going to have this match. Like, the way that it was done, everything about it, it shouldn't have happened. And I seen half of the people go, oh my God, this promo got me so hyped for this match. Then the other half is just the same thing we've been saying. This makes no sense. Like, this literally makes no sense. And I want to challenge somebody, literally challenge them with these words, because when they have been saying, because of the criticism of this main event, they said, well, you saying this match shouldn't happen. You should have a replacement match, something better. And I do. And nobody has challenged this man and said, oh, we do. You're just stupid and think that no one thinks this through. And the person is MJF versus Moxley. That's a bigger match than CM Punk versus Moxley. Yeah. No joke. I don't understand. I don't understand with people. Because, dude, like, how do you just, like, you tell people, well, if you think that this match shouldn't happen, what would be a better replacement? MJF and fucking Moxley. It's literally the thing that's supposed to happen. Like, MJF and Moxley happens, and then Punk has to chase the title off of MJF. It's still great. Like, it's so insane that somebody just, like, so stupidly goes, well, if there's a bigger match, then you pick it. And it's like, dog, it's right there. And even Tony Khan alluded to MJF being back this Sunday. And it's like, so you're telling me, like, this match just shouldn't have happened? Like, this is so stupid. Like, the asinine way that people just, like, throw logic out for fucking AEW is just like, are you fucking that, like, you have to be that brain dead? Because it's like, some of this shit is just, like, so irritatingly irresponsible. And even AEW fans go, yeah, like, some of this shit is dumb. And, like, we call it out. And then everybody else is like, no, it's fine. You can't touch my perfect world. It's insane.
That the WWE,
yeah, it's kind of like that. This is insane.
I don't care, like, what company does that. Stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
The way he was crying after that match, it's like, that felt like the picture itself felt like it was career threat. Like, oh, I shouldn't have came back at all. Like, now, fuck. That's what it felt like.
Exactly. It just was insane.
That's like a throwaway. So, here.
Basically. So, then we get Jungle Boy Jack Perry and Christian. And they're having a sit down. You know what's really funny? Like, he actually just was like, no, my name is Jack now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's your fault. I blame you.
Don't blame me. Blame JR.
No, I'm blaming you because of JR. Because the thing is, JR's been saying it, but you were like, dude, fuck it. If JR just keeps calling him that, they might as well just call him that. And they finally got around to just calling him that.
That makes more sense than fucking CM Punk said, but moving on.
Yeah. So then we had a squash match. FTR and Wardlow versus 3 Ring of Honor people, which was Silas Young, this other guy, and I forgot, I think it was like Eli Isom.
That sounds familiar. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Silas Young is the only one I knew, though.
Yeah, like, that was the only person, like, I knew immediately. I knew the other 2 were from Ring of Honor, but, like, they're new Ring of Honor, the ones, like, I haven't watched.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I have no idea who they are. Like, they squashed these dudes in, like, 30 fucking seconds. It's like, god damn, dude.
If that.
Yeah, it was bad. And, like, apparently, like, it's just a setup for the pay-per-view match. And it's like, whatever. Then we get Moxley. Moxley shows up. You know what he does when he shows up? You want to know? He fucking accepts the title match. Excuse me. What? Like, seriously, like, what?
Wasn't it like a challenge or something?
Dude, I was so confused because it's like, You were the one who made the challenge. You wrote the contract, said, I signed it, here it goes. The fuck? It's so weird. So weird. Well, it's not as weird as what happens next.
Okay.
Because we get the Dark Order. We get 10 and Uno. And 10 is injured. Yeah. 10 is injured. And Andrade shows up and says, I want to buy your man. And Uno's like, no, that's not happening. And Uno says he's going to replace 10 in the tournament. So Andrade grabs the crutch and beats Uno's ass. Now Uno's out and he's going to get replaced. And it's like, dude, we already knew that Hangman was going to replace them. So, like, we literally said that at the beginning of the thing. It was like, oh, Hangman's going to be in this. And, like, now it just took, like, a week, and now Hangman's going to be in it. It's like, yeah. And I've seen some people get angry about it, and it's like, no, like, it makes sense because it's part of the story.
Yeah.
It's part of the whole elite coming back together and them dying. And it's like, yeah, whatever.
Seems like yeah. Hesitant joining them too.
Basically. So then we had a 4-way. It was an alright 4-way. Inhuman Dante Martin, Rey Fenix, Shoooosh, and Wheeler Yuta. Like, this was pretty dope.
I enjoyed
it. But Wheeler Yuta wins. And all of those guys are going to be into the ladder match 4-way, I think it's this. Yeah, the ladder match.
7-way.
Yes.
Casino Battle Royale?
Yes, it's the Battle Royale. So
I don't like it.
You should like it.
I don't like it because it seemed like, because they always have the protocol Joker, which is the surprise person. Fine.
Yes.
Everybody that's revealed so far, okay.
Yes. But, like, that's what makes it cool. Like, it makes it great because, like, you have this tag team thing where you're like, oh, shit, a bunch of tag team guys, but one person is going to stand out and win.
Truth.
So then we get the revelation that Hangman is going to be in the match with the Dark Order. So then we go to the main event. Kenny and the Bucks versus Aussie Open and Ospreay. Thoughts on this match?
It was good. I actually thought like it wasn't going to be as good as it was, but yeah. Subconsciously, I kind of shit on it, but no, it was good.
Yes, it was good. It was very good. And it ended with Kenny's team getting a win. They're going on. And Ospreay wandered up on the outside, sitting there, looking at Kenny. And, like, you can tell that he's like, I can't beat him, which is now going to play into the storyline of I have to beat Kenny Omega. And it's going to go into probably a one-on-one match in America and then the match at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This is where that's going.
Supposedly, not supposedly, but like after the whole thing or whatever, Aussie Open and Ospreay tag team too. So that furthers that.
Yes, it furthers the storyline.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was all Elite Wrestling.
Woo.
So Monday Night Raw was a thing. It was a thing. Crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like, people like really got angry about the ending it was so funny how they got so angry about the ending, and literally after the ending happened, somebody pointed out, was like, yo, this happened, you guys are idiots. And everybody was like, no, Triple H fucked up. And it's like, no, this happened. But yeah, we're gonna get into that when we get into that part. But it's like, what the fuck? You guys are idiots. So Raw starts off with the phenomenally show-offs. I don't know.
Show-offs, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, the phenomenal show-offs against Judgment Day. So they have a match. And during a match, it's really funny because, like, during a match, I didn't expect this. AJ doesn't want to hit Finn. Like, every time they're about to fight, like, he doesn't want to hit him. And people are like, why is this happening? And then they're like, wait, are they setting up AJ Styles to be part of Judgment Day? And it's like, no, this just goes back to their friendship and how he wants to fix Finn. And they're like, no, this is they're setting up to be part of Judgment Day. It's like, no, it's not. Shut up. Like, stop being weird about it.
Like, if anything, it set up Finn to leave Judgment. I doubt it, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, it's like, it's not gonna happen, but like, it's going to wind up with AJ and Finn like being friends later on, and it's like, haha.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So Judgment Day gets the win, and as they're leaving, this truck pulls up, and it's Edge. So Edge is on his way to the arena, and Edge comes down, and Edge stands in there with Judgment Day. I was going to call him New Day for some reason.
It's a day.
Yeah, it's a day. So he's standing there, and Judgment Day has their backs turned, and I'm just laughing because it's like, you guys are idiots. You have your backs turned to the other side of the arena while you're looking at Edge. And Edge says, I didn't come alone. And of course he didn't, because the Mysterios fucking hit Judgment Day. Both of them, Dominic and Ray, beat the shit out of Judgment Day, and Edge gets in it, and they just all fight. And then it's Dominic in there with Rhea. And Dominic's like, he's going to hit her with the stick. And Rhea's like, give it to me. And he just can't help but give it to her. What did you think of that segment?
She has some type of mind control. Yeah. So he's definitely joining.
Yeah, he's definitely joining. So they officially made the match. It's a tag team match, which I didn't want, but it's a tag team match. We have to go through levels. It's Ray and Edge versus Finn and Damian Priest. So then we go to the back. And Miz and Ciampa are coming in, and they want to ask Miz. They're like, Miz, what's up with the whole Dexter Lumis thing? What happened? How did he get you? I don't want to talk about it. Miz, but what's wrong? I don't want to talk about it. And Miz just runs off. So it's like, whatever happened between Dexter Lumis and Miz traumatized Miz. And I like it. I fucking like it.
You want to bring it up at all? It's weird but funny to say.
Yes. So then we have Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, and Asuka taking on Danny Mo, who was on fucking AEW last week. Matter of fact, all three of these women were on AEW Dark last week. And now they're wrestling on Monday Night Raw. They got beat up very quickly, but they were on Monday Night Raw. That showed you. And the funny part was, Corey Graves even pointed it out. Corey Graves goes, these are indie wrestlers. They're cutting their teeth on the independent circuit, and they're getting their shot here on Raw. And it was like, wait, what? Did you just say indie wrestling? Like, yeah, Yeah, not indie wrestling the person, but indie wrestling as an independent wrestling. Like the fuck?
He definitely did say that.
Yeah, that fucked me up. And then like people were joking, was like, haha, AEW's independent. And it's like, no, they're corporate. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. What? Yeah.
It's like indie wrestling's supposed to be.
Yeah. So then we have Miz in the back again. Miz and Ciampa, and they're talking to Adam Pearce. And Adam Pearce is like, dude, we wanted to arrest Dexter Lumis, but we couldn't do anything because you won't press charges and you won't tell anybody what the fuck happened. Miz, what happened? And Miz won't tell anybody. And he's like, dude, you have to say something. Listen, we get you counseling, whatever. Just tell us what. Miz is like, I don't want to talk about it. And he just runs off. It's like, okay, wow, that's the thing.
How bad or stupid do you think it actually is?
I don't know. So then we get the returning in Pittsburgh, in his hometown, Kurt Angle. So he's out there, and of course, it's going to be Kurt Angle and Kurt Angle's illegitimate son, Chad Angle, or Chad Gable. Thank you!
Shoooosh.
Dude, this was so good.
Yes.
Like, Chad wanted Kurt to join the Alpha Academy, and he's like, I could be your teacher. I'm Master Gable. And the back and forth between him and Kurt was so great. It's like he's literally Kurt 2.0. It just was so good.
No one can't tell me that Chad Gable is not legitimate. The storyline, but that's real. That's damn real.
And it was so crazy. So the Street Profits came out to help Kurt because they thought he was going to get beat up. And the Street Profits say, listen, if we win, you leave Kurt the fuck alone. If we lose, Kurt is going to be your student. And Kurt's like, yeah, I'm okay with that. So we get this match. Once again, Angelo Dawkins tells the whole entire world, go fuck yourself. Literally. He tells you to go fuck yourself. Because he fucking shined in this fucking match again. And it's like, dude, he's too good. Yeah. He's too good.
Like at this point, there's no Genetti on that team. they're both good.
None. This is great. Yeah. I fucking loved it. So, guess what happened? Guess what happened at the end of the match?
What happened?
The Street Profits won, and they saved the integrity of Kurt Angle. What? He didn't get embarrassed like normally for fucking WWE? What? That didn't happen?
Weird, right?
Very weird. So after the match, they do the red cup thing, and Kurt drinks it, and Kurt's like, I can't drink this. He's like, wait a minute. And the Street Profits was like, what? And then he gave them milk. It was so good.
Well, the segment, not the milk. The milk was good.
So then we get to the part that shocked everybody and had everybody fucking talking. So earlier in the fucking day, we get a video of Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle in the parking lot fighting. And people was like, oh my God, I can't believe they're really fighting. They're really fighting. And I immediately was like, oh my God, I can't believe Triple H actually hired the NXT parking lot to Monday Night Raw. Holy shit, they got to upgrade. So it was all WWE planned. And then we had a sit down. So Rollins and Riddle are talking shit back and forth. And the last thing before they go to commercial break, Riddle goes, yeah, well, Becky's the only man in your family, bro. And then you see Seth like kind of flinch, like, and they go to commercial. So we come back to commercial, and the dude, I forgot his name. I want to call him Vic Joseph, but that's not his name. The dude in the middle, he's like, yo, Jimmy Smith. He goes, yo, after we did that, there was more. What do you mean there was more? And they go back and they show. And Rollins goes, Riddle, you still there? He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, yo, don't you ever talk about my family again. He's like, what? He's like, I would talk about yours, but they don't want to be around you. It's like, what? He's like, yeah, that's why your wife divorced you. I was like, oh my God, he actually went there and talked about the divorce? I was like, wow.
I felt like that was too far. Not that it bothered me, but like, wow, y'all went there.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. Like, it was like, oh, wow, they went there. So, yeah. Matt Riddle, who also has his first name, is back.
He also said he was going to fuck him up. Like, literally, that's what he said.
Yeah, like, I can't wait till that match because it's going to be fucking insane.
Yeah.
So, Miz is on his way out, and Miz sees a security guard. He looks back, and it's Dexter Lumis, but then when Ciampa looks back, it's just a regular fucking security guard. So it's like, huh. So it's like, okay, Miz's mind is playing tricks on him, kind of. But then we have the match with Bobby Lashley versus The Miz. This match is good until Miz looks up in the crowd and he sees Dexter Lumis. Now, the funny part is, like, he sees Dexter Lumis. He's telling everybody Dexter Lumis is up there. This is the funny part. He's telling people Dexter Lumis is up there. He's literally telling Ciampa, he's up there. He's up there. Ciampa's like, turn around and finish the fucking match. Like, Ciampa's like, I don't care what you're saying. Turn around and finish the match. He's like, he's up there. He's like, turn around, finish the match. Bobby Lashley is injured. Just get him. Just get him. And, like, it's funny because people are, like, not saying anything. But then, like, he turns around. Ciampa finally turns around, and Dexter's gone. The funny part of people is like, wait, so Dexter Lumis is, like, kind of like a phantom or something. It's like, no. Ciampa took 10 minutes to turn around. That's why nobody saw him. It's so dumb.
And Dexter's like, that is old gimmick back. Basically a stop.
Basically. So Miz loses and then runs out the arena. So then we get an old school segment with Edge and Kurt Angle. Edge gives Kurt Angle a picture. Kurt is like, no, I know it's something on the back of there. He's like, no, look, there's nothing on the back. And Kurt's like, oh, okay. Then fucking Edge gives him more with writing on him. And it winds up with the last one saying, you still suck. So Ray and Dominic are sitting out there, and Kurt was like, hey, he's like, Edge is a nice guy. And they both laugh, and they're like, look, he said you still suck. He's like, God damn it, I'm going to get him. So then Ray tells Dominic, was like, yo, you're not going to be in a match. Dominic's like, yo, but like, I'm supposed to be in a match. Like, this is my thing, Poppy. And he's like, nah. He's like, nah, you're not going to be in a match. You could be in our corner. And Dominic was like, I don't really want to do that. He was like, come on, man, you got to represent. It's like, all right. So it's like, dude, like, you see it coming too. You know it's coming.
Yes, Hefe.
You know it's coming. He's going to fuck Hefe up. Because his Poppy is got a spell over him.
Basically.
So then we get the Usos and the Bloodline, which is the Usos and Sammy, and they're coming out. And they're talking shit. And then Kevin Owens comes out. And Kevin literally tells Sammy, like, yo, they don't love you. They're using you. You're smarter than this. You're a better wrestler. Stop doing this shit. Stop trying to kiss up to them. Get your shit together. You're my best friend. Fix this shit. And he's like, no. He was like, no, I'm part of this. And they're like, no, you are. And Sammy even references the meme where people are like, he thinks he part of them. And it's just like, it's so good because Kevin is trying to convince him. And you see that Sammy is not being like an idiot. He's like, yeah, but like, these are my friends now. He's like, no, I'm your friend. He's like, yeah, of course. So then Jey Uso steps up and Jay's like, yo, chill, Kev. So Jay and Kevin have a match. They have a goddamn good match for some fucking reason. I don't even know why. And at one
first
point,
one-on-one?
Yeah, this is their first one-on-one.
Surprise.
So, and that's actually weird because like the whole Kevin Owens versus like Roman Reigns thing was going on, and Jay didn't have a match with him, which is weird.
Exactly.
So yeah, like they had this crazy match, and then in the match, like Sammy gets the chair. Sammy has it, and they want him to hit Kevin, and he hesitates. He won't do it. And then the ref finally turns around, and Sammy's like, I didn't hit him because the ref was going to turn around. And they like, dog, the ref was distracted, but he was going to turn around, and I knew it was coming, so I didn't hit him. And Jay turned around and got super kicked and stunned by Kevin. So yeah, now it's more seeds planted for the tag team titles to be taken from Sammy and Kevin. Yeah, I'm all for this.
That's good.
Yes. So then we get to Miz. Miz is running. He's like, yo, I gotta get out of here. This Dexter Lumis shit is scaring me. So he checks his whole entire car and he gets in it. And he's like, I have to leave. He's like, screw this. And as he's leaving, Dexter pops up in the background of the car. And you're like, oh, Dexter is going home with Miz.
That's creepy shit.
This is fun. So then we get a Johnny Gargano thing. They interview Johnny, and he's talking. And Theory shows up. And Theory is like, why didn't you call me? And Johnny's like, dog, I had a baby. Like, why didn't you call me when a baby was born? He's like, why didn't you call me when I won a U.S. title and I won Money in the Bank? And Johnny literally under his breath goes, I was having a baby. So like they're having their little beef, which is going to turn to a match eventually. Hopefully it's for Money in the Bank. Hopefully. Like that's all I want is for it to be Money in the Bank. Anything else is uncivilized.
Yeah. It's not for Money in the Bank, then no point.
Yes. So then we get the main event. The finals of the women's tag team tournament. The tag team title tournament. The finals. The finale. We're here. And so the match is going. Bianca and her crew run out, like mess up control, and like, we have to run off. And through all of that confusion, because Dakota Kai and Io Shirai were both in the ring, they did the blind tag. Raquel got tagged by Aaliyah, and he did a blind tag. Dakota Kai, who was not the legal person, got pinned, and we have new tag team champions, which are Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez. How do you feel about that?
I didn't notice like the legal person got pinned, but I don't know. Like it was kind of unsettling having Raquel and Aaliyah as tag team champions. I'd rather control. I might need a better story to it or longer story to it, but as of right now, I don't like it.
Okay, so everybody has been saying the same thing, and here's exactly how it plays out to make everybody happy, but nobody is paying attention to this.
Okay.
Dude, this is what's going to happen. Control are going to take those tag team titles because they literally have a justified ending that they did not lose because the wrong person got pinned. And Dakota already pointed that out to Hunter, was like, I didn't lose because I wasn't the legal person. We should still be champions. And so because this goes down, boom, we have a match. Control wins, and then boom, here comes Naomi and Sasha.
Yeah.
it all plays into a bigger story. And like that's one thing that I hate about a lot of people now is they're too deep into fandom and standom of certain people that they cannot see anything else. And I've seen so many of these people because I'm friends with a lot of these people and I'm calling them out. I've seen them go, oh, wrestling is back when my fave is back. And it's like, dude, like shit is still going on. Shit is still cool. And then as soon as something happens that like, it just doesn't equate to your fave being in a ring or part of the story, you're just like, this sucks. This is the worst thing ever. And it's like, you people, I know you people are wrestling fans, but your standum of a certain person makes it weird because you say shit out your mouth that makes you feel like the worst people in the world. And it's like, it angers me because it's like, all of a sudden, as soon as your person comes back, oh, this shit is so banging, like Raw, SmackDown, this is so awesome. And it's like, it's the same shit. It just has your favorite person showing up every week. And it's like, it is so irritating to me. It's like, and then like some of them, they just like during Raw or like NXT or SmackDown, they tweet about everything else in the world. Like, oh yeah, I'm watching football, basketball, I'm watching Housewives Club or whatever. And they're tweeting up a storm about whatever's going on. But the second something crazy happens in WWE, they're like, oh, that's crazy. I can't believe Hunter did that. It's like, you just tweeted like you're watching a whole fucking novella. And the first thing that you see is like, somebody loses the title. I can't believe Hunter did that. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, act normal. Just act like humans.
Act like you care, because you're acting like you don't care when you do care.
Yeah, exactly. So here's something that you don't care about, because I don't care about.
Okay.
How do you feel about Braun Strowman bread coming back to EEW?
You're right. I don't care.
It's so funny because like I saw that, and the funny part was like I knew that he probably would be coming back to WWE, and it's like, I don't give a shit.
Here's the thing, like he's in the same vein of Killer Cross or Karrion Kross, whatever you want to call him now, and I care more about Cross than I do him.
Yes.
It might be just a character, but yeah.
Dude, like I don't give a shit about fucking this guy. Like I don't care.
Me neither.
Like I'm so over it. It's like I don't give a shit. So this is a thing that I totally forgot to cover last week. I totally forgot to cover, and it was like something really special that I wanted to cover, and I totally forgot about it. Like, and it was 2 shows I totally missed and was like, fuck, I totally forgot. How do you feel about, ready for it? You ready?
Ready?
How do you feel about new titles? Not new titles. I mean the titles that actually exist getting sexy facelifts. How do you feel about it?
I heard about that, and like I didn't want to bring it up because like until you did, because like I didn't want to like overhype myself or whatever, but I'm excited now that you brought it up. Whatever. Now, that confirms it.
Yeah, and it's funny because like when we did the first podcast, like I was so into like this talking about what was going on with like Punk and everything. I totally missed it. Like I was like, after we finished, I was like, shit, I was supposed to talk about that. And then like we did the SmackDown stuff, and it was like, fuck, I totally forgot about it. But like now it's like everything is like kind of calm, and it's like, yeah, titles, brand new belts. Yeah. And like I kind of like I don't for 100% know. I kind of heard that one of the titles, not gonna say which one of the titles may be soaring high like it used to. And I mean, the other might be a little bit big and golden. I don't know. I've heard like new designs of old feels. I was like, That's all I'm saying. New designs of old feels. Yeah.
All I gotta say is yo vibe.
Yes.
Yo entiendo.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
But is it only 2 belts, or is it like every single belt?
That's what I have not confirmed yet, but from what I've heard, it is the top 2 titles are looking like they're going to be changed.
Okay.
Like, I really hope that they change the Intercontinental title. Like, because the way that it looks, it doesn't look prestigious. It just looks,
Yeah.
And that should get a facelift. And the thing is that, like, another thing I heard that, like, because they're going to be doing the men's titles, they're going to have to do the women's titles because they're trying to keep and they're not going to look the same. Like, that's what I heard was, like, somebody said they're not going to look the same if they do the women's and the men's. They're not going to look the same. So I'm sitting on pins and needles waiting to see what the belts are going to look like.
I imagine some type of cohesiveness, but not sameness. You know what I'm trying to say.
I hope no kind of cohesiveness. I hope it's like completely different.
Okay.
Because if you remember the era of the Divas title and the women's title looking completely different, just like the world title and the WWE title look completely different.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they have it just like that, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Women's title look more like a boxing belt.
Yes, like something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, but I'm all for that.
Yeah.
So now we go to NXT. And before we go to NXT, I have to bring up something that, like, we mentioned on this podcast. It was very odd. And now that it's like completely over, it's like, that's why that happened.
Okay.
You want to know?
What?
Remember when I was talking about how Bob Fish was talking shit about Punk and saying little shits about fucking AEW?
Yeah.
Well, Bob Fish is no longer with AEW.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And it's really, like, the only part that pisses me off about it is we didn't get to see the Elite versus the Undisputed Era.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Bob, like, that's the only thing that pissed me off, but Bob Fish is actually out of there. And when he made the comment that he would run through the fucking wall for Triple H, like, that kind of was like his death note. And they were like, all right, fuck it, we're not renewing your contract. And somebody even said was like, they didn't really want him anyway. They just brought him in because he was part of the squad. And it's like, And so here's the thing. Something happens that, like, you alluded to last week, and, like, as of now, feels like it could be totally fucking random. And it has something to do with NXT, and that's why I brought this up. But we'll get to it when we get to it.
Oh.
So NXT starts off with Grayson Waller versus what's his goddamn name? Whoa. So they have this match, and this match is not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. In the finish, like, Apollo gets poked in the eye in the middle of the match, and the finish comes where Grayson Waller goes on the outside. He goes for his finishing move. He pops back in. Apollo lifts him up like he's about to get him. Grayson pokes him right back in the eye, hits his finisher, 1, 2, 3. I was like, damn, that was actually dope.
It was weird at the same time. I didn't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, and the funny part is, like, you said it to me after the match, was like, yo, I don't even like Grayson Waller, but that ending was dope.
It was, yeah.
Like, that was so awesome. But yeah, like, Grayson Waller is the guy.
Just change the gimmick a little bit, then I like him more. Like, cause he has it in the brand.
Yes. So, yeah.